Hi everyone, we're going to work on page 3 of your drawing workbook skill packet. This one is all about tints and shades. So you're going to need a couple different brushes. I would grab a big, a medium, and a skinny brush. You need a mixing plate, a paint palette, and you're going to be using tempera paint. So grab a paint tray with a sponge and a water dish and the tempera paint. And what you're going to start with is mixing up a tint and a shade of one color. So tint and shade means just one color plus light and dark versions of that color. So I'm going to use my large brush and I'm just going to grab one color. I think I'll use red. Okay, so I'm going to grab red and put it in this space. Wash my brush. Now I'm going to be mixing my red with black and white to create two different color versions, a dark and a light version of red. So I'm going to put a little bit of black in this space. Black is very overpowering, so you don't want a lot. And then I'm going to grab my color again, red, and I'm going to mix it with that black. So basically I'm making a dark red. It should look different from this red. If it doesn't look different enough, you kind of take all that paint off, wash your brush, and add a little bit more black. Not a lot though. You don't want the black to overpower the red too much. All right. So I need to save this color here. So I'm going to get all that paint off my brush. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use it right now before I mix up the white. So I'm actually going to use this in box or circle C. So where it says add black. So I'm going to paint my dark version of my color here. Wash my brush. The middle circle is where your color goes. So just your regular color, no mixing. So that's what we call pure color. Pure color has nothing mixed in it. And then add white in circle A. So I'm going to take a little bit of my red, wash my brush, and I'm going to get some white now. Big scoop of white. Mix it up. So I'm creating a lighter version of red. You might notice that it looks kind of pink. Pink is just a light version of red. Paint that in the circle. All right. So now I'm going to use these three colors down here to paint the flower. So it says use all three colors in the sections of the flower. This should make the flower look more realistic, like it has value and dimension. So we're kind of going to make the flower look more three-dimensional using these color values. So I'm going to switch to my medium brush now and my skinny brush to paint the little details of the flower. You can start anywhere. I think I'll just start with my pure color, regular red, and I'm going to paint part of this petal red. Try and stay inside of the lines. And then I think I'm going to switch to my dark red and I'm going to start to paint some of the outer spaces with the dark red. So I'm adding like some dark values to make it look like it has shadows. And I'm going to paint this space of this petal dark red. And this space dark red. It doesn't matter where you paint the dark and the light spaces as long as you have different shades, different dimensions. I'm going to paint, actually I'm going to take my skinny brush for this spot because this is a really tiny spot. I'm going to paint these areas on top with the light red. And then I think I'll paint this part of the petal light red. And then I'm going to go in with the regular red and paint that part of the petal. Using the tip of my brush, almost like my paintbrush is a ballerina dancing on the tippy toes. And then as it gets down here, I think I'm going to switch to that dark red and start to paint this area dark red. And if you run out of color in here, you can always mix up some more using your color in black and white. And I think I am pretty much done. Oh, I'm going to paint the stem. I'm going to paint this side dark and this side with just the regular red. There. So that flower looks a little bit more three-dimensional because it has those different shades of light and dark. I think I'm actually going to even add some details of light in here. All right, there we go. I'm finished with my flower. I can put my name on this and I can put this on the drying rack.